Innovative Payment Solutions has closed its $45 million Series D fundraise today. Singapore-based growth equity firm Panthera Growth Partners has invested $15 million from its recently announced Fund 2. Now, new investors Family Office and existing investors FMO and Bessemer Venture Partners have also participated in the Series D round. Innoviti has also raised debt from Trifecta Capital and other individual investors. To talk to us about the road ahead, joining me now is Rajiv Agarwal, the CEO of Innoviti. Rajiv, many thanks for joining us on Startup Street. And before we talk about the fundraise, let's understand the business. What do you mean by collaborative e-commerce? And as far as we understand, you help businesses or merchants convert sales by partnering with banks to acquire customers and improve sales via your platform. So if you could elaborate on this model and how does this work, if you could share some use cases as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Shruti, and thanks for inviting me to the show. Yeah, let me share with you the problem that we're trying to solve. So if you see, with Google and Facebook kind of marketing platforms coming in, for businesses, it became easier to target their target consumer and go ahead and try to attract them towards their products. However, while it became easy for a business, it also became equally easy for the competition to target the consumer. So while on the one side, you could access this consumer more easily, on the other side, converting the customer started becoming more and more difficult. And this led to cashbacks and discounts, steep discounts, and the sort of the ever running chase towards getting more and more customers. Now, what we are doing is to solve exactly this problem through a collaborative commerce concept. The whole idea is to bring in a new wave of sales tools or marketing tools, if you like, where the business can go ahead and partner with other businesses who are also looking at targeting this consumer, but they don't compete with them. And by doing that, they can collaborate and target this consumer together, and they can share the sales and the marketing cost towards getting this customer, and automatically, accordingly, they'll be able to move forward in a more profitable way.
Okay. Rajiv, you also claim that you power more than 70% of purchases that happen digitally in enterprise retail today. If you could take me through your offerings and give us a sense of the purchase volumes the platform processes in a month.
Sure. So we process close to about 75,000 crores of purchases annually. That would translate to about 6,000 crores on a monthly basis. Now, we do this for the really super large enterprises, the guys who would be there, across multiple cities. We do this from across 2,000 plus cities. And we have close to about 90 million consumers who annually come to the platform and purchase through the platform.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the Series D fundraise now. With the fresh funds, you plan to expand product lines in electronics, fashion and grocery, build products on top of UPI payment channels and enhance product distribution. Tell me, what are your biggest markets? Who are your top clients, both offline and online? And also, how will these new offerings help them grow?
Sure. So our largest client continues to be Reliance Retail. Pretty much the customer with whom we started our business, and we continue to do a lot of business with them. Besides that, we work with the largest of them, whether it's Shoppers Stop or whether it is different brands of Madura, in the food side, Aditya Birla Group, etc. So these are some of the largest customers. In terms of the offerings, like I said, we help them to be able to convert more and more customers at the point of transaction by bringing together banks as well as the brands and merchants to go ahead and collaborate on different kinds of marketing schemes. We will be looking at new products, especially on top of UPI, because UPI volumes have obviously gone up substantially.
Yes.
And UPI is a very, very interesting channel because it does bring in into the fold a new kind of a player, which is, for example, the app providers. So besides the product the customer will be buying and where they are buying, and the bank which may be there behind the UPI channel, the app also comes into play. So we're looking at some very, very interesting concepts where the consumer could get attractive offers through UPI channels.
All right, Rajiv, you also plan to make strategic acquisitions, especially in marketing, tech and data science fields. How soon will we hear of an acquisition? Any company that has piqued your interest, and what is the play as far as inorganic growth is concerned?
Yeah, so there are multiple opportunities there. I think one of the areas we are looking at very actively is how to help some of our smaller merchants get discovered better. And that's where there is interest around also the entire ONDC platform that is getting put up. And yes, you should hear about some things in the next maybe couple of months.
Okay, in a couple of months. Let's talk about revenues. The enterprise division of the company is already profitable. By when do you hope to reach total break even? Also, if you could, I believe you're planning to double revenues in 2022, 2023. What makes you bullish?
Oh, so this is a great year. So what we're seeing is with a lot of the irrational euphoria out of the market and the market becoming, really working on solid business principles, it's a great time for businesses like ours to grow. We are a frugal middle class kind of a business which works on rather old-fashioned fundamental business principles. So we are seeing a lot of pull of business come to us. Yes, you're right. The enterprise business has been profitable for quite some time. We have been fueling the profits from there into our mid-market business. Now that's the business that's going to be expanding quite rapidly this year. We believe by the last quarter of this year, we should break even on the overall business. And subsequently, the next year should be profitable at an overall level. And we'll take it from there.
All right. Now, if you could take me through your future growth targets, I believe you also now have plans to list on the exchanges. What is the timeline that you're looking at?
So this year, like I said, we are looking at a 2x growth. I believe with that momentum, we should be able to look at a greater than 100% growth in the subsequent year. Okay. So somewhere in the 24-25 period, we believe it will be a good time to tap the markets. We would like to be profitable, cash positive when we tap the markets. Somewhere in the 24-25 period.
Okay. All right. One final question, and if you could quickly answer that, Rajiv. Panthera has backed sector-leading companies such as Big Basket, Pepperfry, Zivame, Off Business, and many more. What does their backing mean to you and the potential that you see going forward for the sector?
Right. So as you rightly said, Panthera is a fairly evolved. Investors looked at, businesses very carefully, and I think that is a great endorsement of the business model that we have built up. Which is built on strong unit economics, extremely strong fundamentals, where you don't lose customers, your operating metrics are very strong. We have not lost a single customer in the last 5 years. So that backing is a strong endorsement of the business principles, which may be sometimes a little more conservative than the kind of business principles you may see otherwise. But we do believe in the long term they give lasting value.
Absolutely.
And I think that's good for this sector also, because there are, I think, great companies around who may not be as visible as many other companies,
sure.
But this should probably give them the motivation to go out and seek out funds from such investors they wish to.